What's up YouTube, WhiteBeanieGuy here, and today I'm going to show you how to recompose a song With or Without You by U2 using Ableton Live. And if you haven't yet, please don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss the upcoming videos I'll be uploading. So With or Without You song is a popular rock, new wave genre of a song in the 80s, and it's being played with this 4 chords progression from beginning until the end of the song, with a few measures of pause of the first chords at the bridge part where the wailing happens. So the 4 chords are D, the key signature of the song, A, B minor, and G. So first things first, before we compose, let's make a list of the tracks that we'll be using in this Recompose. So if you check my screen, I'm gonna write some tracks here that we'll be needing. First is the drum racks, which of course include the drum hits, kick, snare, hi-hat closed, hi-hat open, tom high, tom mid, tom low. Then we're going to need the bass, the rhythm guitar plucking, the rhythm guitar power chordings, and of course the keys or the keyboard. Okay, let's go to the Ableton Live. So I'm going to delete all these tracks here. I'm going to add additional tracks and rename them according to the list that I've created. So I've written drums, bass, rhythm, plucking, and maybe now I'm just include keys. Now I'm going to add the instruments here. Let's start with the drums. Let's drop it here, and we have a drum rack. And now we're going to create, we're going to import some drum hits here. My favorite drum hits would be 707. So I'm going to drag this kick down here. Great. And now I'm going to add another drum hit, which is the snare. And let me choose something here. I think I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to drag it to the next container. So after the snare, you can listen to the bass. Should be fine. Okay, so after the snares, I'm gonna look for the hi-hat. I'm gonna have 2 hi-hats, the open and the close. I'm gonna drag the close down here. Okay, then the open, I'm gonna drop it here. Great. So that's the hi-hats. And lastly, for the drums, I'm going to include some toms, still using the 707 type of drum hits. Okay, so I'm going to need 3 toms here, the high, the mid, and the low. I'm going to drag this tom high at the top, the mid tom in the middle, and the low tom at the bottom. Okay, great. We're done with the drums. We're done with the drums instruments. Now let's go to the next track here, which is the bass. My favorite bass would be, I think it says something like rock guitar bass. So let me try it here in the filter. Open this. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is my favorite bass instrument. I'm gonna drop it here in this bass track. Great. And the next instrument would be this rhythm plucking, and as I've heard it, it's something that is muted. So I'm gonna search for a muted guitar here. Okay, let's see. Could be somewhere in the tension. I think this one should be fine. So I'm gonna drag this down here. Great. And for the last track, I'm gonna use my normally used instruments. Of course, it sounded like a string. Let me look for it. Okay, I think it is something like a strings with S and a number 3, so strings 3. So let me just type an S here and number 3, and that should filter out the keys that I want. Okay, I think this is the one, so I'm gonna drag it and drop it here, the keys. Great, I have all the instruments. Next, I'm gonna adjust this measure, beats per minute. Let me just try 90, and along the way I'm gonna change it if it's too slow, or increase it if it's a bit too slow, and reduce it if it's a bit too fast. So let's just try to insert some MIDI tracks down here, and let's go over to our tracks here. So these are my drum racks. I'm just gonna add some kicks down here and some snares. So let me enable this. Okay. Okay, before I proceed, let me adjust the volume down to -12. Let me select everything here and drag it down to -12. I think I'll just type it. This is to avoid the clipping of the full master music. Okay, so let's continue with our drums. Okay, it seems a bit slow, so let me just increase this to, let's say, 110. Okay, I think that should be acceptable. It's a guess based on what I've heard. Okay, let me add a few more kicks here and do some adjustment on the intro. Okay, let me just make this closer. Okay, I think that's the drums I want. Let me just delete this one, copy everything, select the start of the second measure, paste, copy everything again, and select and paste. Okay, that sounds nice. And now I'm gonna create another measures here, 4 more measures. I'll just copy everything that I have, and I'm gonna adjust my kick here. Let me just listen to this. Delete this one. Listen to this first. That should be fine, I think. So let me copy everything here, paste it down here, and let me just, I think I'm gonna add additional snare here. Okay, I think that should be fine. Now I'm gonna add the hi-hat just above the snare. Let me just do some test here. Oh, okay, that seems fine. Let me copy it, double it, copy everything again, all the hi-hats, paste it, copy everything again, and paste it one more time. Okay, that sounds fine. Let me just increase this and push this up somewhere in the open hi-hat. So let me just raise this up, this one as well, this one as well, and lastly this one. Okay, I like the tone of that, and I think we're all set with our drums. We can use just a loop of this and apply it to the next parts of the song. So the next instruments I'm gonna add is, let me just increase this a bit. And before adding the bass down here, let's insert a MIDI track. And let me just look for the D first note. Let me just do another trial and error here. D, sure. Let me just try. Okay, press B here, and it could be lower. It's a bit higher, so let me just slow it down. Oh, okay, I think this one is perfect. Let me add some more. Okay, I think that should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Let me just select everything, copy, and paste it, and select everything. And before pasting it, I think I need to increase this to a bit more. Yep, like that. Copy everything, paste it down here, and drag it down to the next key, which is the A. Cool. Okay, so let me just copy this one again, paste it in the next measure, and bring it up 2 frets up. That's going to be our B minor. Now let me just paste the same again and drag it to the next bar, and it's going to be our G major. Okay, let's just drag this, increase the loop, and listen to it. Okay, for now that is fine. The hi-hat is quite too loud for me, so let me just decrease the volume of the hi-hats to, I think, -20, and also the other hi-hat to also -20. That should do it. Okay, great, let's listen. Okay, I think I like the tone of that hi-hat now. And now we're going to do the plucking of the guitar. Let's insert a new MIDI track down here. And based on listening, I think it sounded like it. Let me just test some notes here. Yeah, I think I got it right the first time. Let me just increase this one, and oh, I think this one should be fine. Yeah, perfect. So all I need to do now is just copy this so it would be a loop. Let's just copy everything, paste it here. Let's listen. Okay, that sounds nice, but it's a bit muted at the last part. So let me just, I think I'm going to add some effects here so that the release will not be muted. So let me just look for some reverb here, effects here, probably related to guitar. So let me just type guitar here. Okay, I think we can try this one. Let's drag and drop. Listen. Let me just loop this. It's a little too wet. Let me just reduce the wetness. Just a bit more. okay with that. Let me just increase this so that we can have a loop and disable this. Okay, great. So lastly, we're going to add the keys so that it would support the entry of the music. So look for some D here. I think it's F sharp. Okay, I think it's a very long F sharp here, and then it increases somewhere after this long one. Okay, I got it. It should be here. Let me just extend that, and yep, this one as well. Let me just extend that as well, and I'll just copy this and paste it here. And let me just raise this 2 frets up, or 3 maybe. Yeah, it's 3. Okay, and then I'll just delete this last one and extend this first one. That should do it. Okay. Let me just increase this to additional 4 measures. This one as well, the bass, our plucking, and our keys. Alright. What's missing? I think I'm gonna need another instrument here. Something that will brighten up. So I'll just insert another MIDI track here. I'm gonna insert a, what do you call this? A ride drum hits. Okay, let me go to drums and I'll just disable this filter and look for ride. And I think my favorite ride would be something that says soft here. So let me just drag this one, do some adjustments. Okay, let me just copy that, paste it here, and this time I'm gonna reverse it so that it will have an intro rim and extra rim. So let me just reduce this one and merge this together, or consolidate this together. Great. Oops, I think there is a gap somewhere in between those two. Right, let me just zoom inside and see what I can do and remove that gap, or just connect the two. Okay, there is a gap. Let me just drag this closer. Okay, and just check if it's looking good. Yeah, turn it back, highlight everything, all the rides, and consolidate them. Perfect, there are no more gaps. So I'm zooming out now, and let me just copy this to the other part of the song. Alright, I think we're ready to listen. Set in your eyes, see the two twist in your side. Okay. So that's about it in this tutorial, guys. The idea is that once you have created the main components of the music by creating the essential tracks, you can then reuse these tracks and loop them until the end of the song. If you're able to create the intro of the song such as this one, I'm sure you'll be able to complete recomposing the song. And if you like this quick and simple tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. But if you don't hesitate to give me a thumbs down and let me know which part of the tutorial you don't like, so that in my next uploads, I'll use these comments as motivation to improve. Lastly, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments section below. Once again, this is WhiteBeanieGuy. Thank you so much. White's out.